Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the sound system demo of the 2021 BMW M5 and its 16-speaker, 1400 watt Bowers and Wilkins Diamond Surround audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at speaker locations, audio settings, audio inputs and adjustments, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then get on the road, listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. But before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. This awesome blue M5 competition. Now obviously this sound system would apply to all of the 5 Series that can have it equipped, but this is one of the top level models that you could possibly get it, and it's an excellent car. We've been having all sorts of fun with it. If you want to see more videos on the M5, check the links in the description. Now we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Now this is a little quirk that BMWs often have. Sometimes the screens are just too dim. I tried parking under the shade here in order to let you see everything a little bit better, but it seems to just be making these screens dim. But hopefully with the head-on camera you can see a little better. One of the nice things about this screen is it's both a touch screen and a rotary control. So when you're driving along or you don't need to do something very specific, you can rotary knob it, move it around that way, works very intuitively. Or if you just want to reach up and touch it, you can do so. So let's head over here to sound settings. A ton of sound settings in the BMW systems. I really like that. So starting at the top, you have sound profiles, including studio, concert, onstage, movie theater, and lounge. So right now we don't have any sort of surround setting, but if I switch to concert, then I can actually change the intensity of how 3D it is. A bit gimmicky, yes, but it's fun to play around with and have a few different options for your listening preferences. On top of that, we've got treble, bass, front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, and another thing I really appreciate is a 9-band equalizer. So nice to have that. BMW is one of the few brands that actually does a full equalizer. You can really screw up your sound settings if you want. Check this out. Hooray, it sounds awful. But all jokes aside, a lot of people do like to have full control over their audio settings, and I'm one of them. I'd be the type to be listening to a certain song that I really like and be like, you know what, I could use just a little bit more right there. And that might make all the difference. So it's cool that BMW offers that. All right, let's even that out, get out of here. Let's go through at least the treble and bass right now. What else do we have in there? On top of that, you got some volume adjustment settings, and you can actually turn off the audio confirmation for these. I'm going to do that so our sound stops coming out. For audio adjustments, you have a nice volume knob right here that you can grab, good and easy. It's got grips and nice clicks. You also have volume buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you have these nice, easy to touch rockers right here, and you can go back and forth right here, or use the scrolling knob, and you probably can't quite see it, but in my head-up display I'm scrolling through the playlist. And there are 2 other ways to control audio and tracks here in the 5 Series. Gesture controls. So I can take my finger and go like this, and turn the music down with a spiral, or turn it back up. Where's the, there we go. I guess I have to be a little further back. If you're in the right spot, you can actually get it pretty fine. And if I wanted to change tracks, I could just go, maybe. You're supposed to be able to do that. There we go. Again, it's a little gimmicky, but if you owned the car, you'd kind of get used to exactly how to do it. And you can also do 2 fingers. Should be able to pause. Man, I don't know. There we go. So you got to kind of know exactly where to do it, but it's fun. For audio inputs, in the 5 Series, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto support. That is wireless as well. You got USB-A port and a USB-C in there. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no disc player, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, but that is about it. So not too disappointing. You do also have some streaming options, including Spotify, built right into the car. For speaker locations, as I said, this is a 16-speaker, 1400 watt system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Underneath a 7 and 8 for a little bit of a bass there. Coming in the back, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then in the rear deck lid, 13, 14, 15, 16. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto demonstrations. Let's start with CarPlay first. And because there is a second data port, I can actually do CarPlay and Android Auto without having to stop our tunes. I really appreciate that. Takes a little bit of setup, but there you go, taking up the whole screen. That looks really nice. Our maps aren't loading because we don't have a data connection on this phone, but you've got the rest of the home screen. Got your music right there. You can still use the rotary knob to get through if you want. And then settings. And there you go. And you can see you can unplug the iPhone and everything still works. Android Auto. There you see we've got our Google Maps. You can move all around there. Super nice refresh rate, easy to use. It's widescreen Android Auto mode, so you've got that second screen going there. Bring up our title music. And what else we got? Let's go to the home screen, go down to settings. Here we go, super good to use. All right, let's get out on the road. one of the best balanced BMW systems I've heard in a really long time. I'm liking this better than the last Bowers and Wilkins system I tested in the M8. They removed and tuned out some of that lower hollowness that's really plagued the 3 Series. I'm not getting that in this upper level 5 Series sound system. I'm really happy to hear that. So this next song, we're going to start with normal settings right here, and then about midway through we'll turn the bass all the way up and see what these subwoofer speakers can do. Not the hardest hitting bass. Because these are under the seat speakers for these subwoofers, it sounds pretty decent for kind of normal music listening, but if you're the type that likes window rattling bass and heavy bass hits from your music, you're not going to get this without having some sort of trunk mounted subwoofer. The most important elements of a good audio system is not only the noise but also the silence, and you can hear on some of these hits in this song it'll make a note and then get out of the way, and there's an absence, and it's really crisp, the on and the off for sound in this sound system, so I'm pretty happy with that. Wrapping up my thoughts on the 16-speaker Bowers and Wilkins system here in the BMW M5 and, by extension, the 5 Series. I'm happy. I'm happy with it because I've been disappointed by so many other BMW audio systems. That being said, it's not the most impressive audio system, especially at this price point, but even in the luxury car game. The Burmesters in the Mercedes-Benz and the Volvo Bowers and Wilkins system still beat this. And the Mark Levinsons, most of the Mark Levinsons, I should say, at least in the upper level cars. But this is still much better than previous stuff BMW's put out, and objectively speaking, strictly on sound quality, I'd be giving this an A rating. That being said, at $140,000 in this car, it'd be getting a B. When you're spending this much money, you can get much better sound system. Well, that's not necessarily the point of the M5, so another one of the merits of the system is the infotainment works so well. I like having wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I think the full-fledged equalizer right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-band equalizer. That can't be overlooked. Some people really appreciate being able to fine-tune their music from song to song, and I appreciate that as well. So it's definitely strong on its features and usability, not quite as strong on sound quality compared to other competitors in its class, but still a very good system. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the wonderful BMW M5, check the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. Oops. Oh, and then you have those stupid gesture controls, which can completely screw up your music. We'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.